I'm Stepheny Frederiksen with the Cowboy Football Roundup. Oklahoma State boasts one of the most unique game day atmospheres in college football thanks to the unconventional setup of Boone Pickens Stadium. And what the stadium may lack in sheer size, it more than makes up for in noise. With Oklahoma State ever more in the national limelight, the Cowboys made a splash last season, unveiling some impressive new threads. As Oklahoma State's win total has continued to build over the last 4 years, so too has interest among the fans and the media. Construction is well underway on the Sherman E. Smith Training Facility, a $19 million indoor training center that will be one of the finest in the country. Week 2 of the college football season often brings upsets. That was the situation in Lawrence on Saturday as the Jayhawks fell short of a victory in the last 17 seconds against Rice. The 24-25 upset will put KU at 1-1. Head coach Charlie Weiss is already setting high expectations for the Jayhawks and making it clear that losing is not okay. In 2009, Oklahoma State completed a massive $185 million renovation to add state-of-the-art amenities to Boone Pickens Stadium. And while the new dining area is generally one of the more overlooked additions by outsiders, coaches and players know all too well its full impact. Over the last 3 years, Oklahoma State has made significant strides, going from a competitive team to a championship caliber program. This year, Oklahoma State welcomes its largest freshman class ever with a huge influence due to Texas. There was plenty of love for former Chief Tony Gonzalez, but not enough love for the Kansas City Chiefs as they fell in their season opener 24-40 to the Atlanta Falcons. This was also an emotional day for the former Chief as he returned to Kansas City for the first time after playing in the Chiefs organization for 12 years.
Words, I don't even know if I'll do them justice by even describing it. When they came out and said, you know, Lamar Hunt family wants to welcome me back, and the crowd made all the noise, I mean, that was just an unbelievable feeling. It's been like a homecoming for me, and the fan support, seeing all the signs out there. I just want to let all the fans know that I love you very much, and thank you for letting this day be special.
Gonzalez would score the final touchdown of the third quarter after a 7-yard catch from quarterback Matt Ryan.
It's a great moment, I think, not only for him personally, but for Kansas City fans too. I mean, he's such a great part of this organization. You know, probably the greatest tight end to have ever played the game. You know, I think deep down in their hearts, Kansas City fans probably love seeing that one more time, and it was just fun to be a part of it.
The Chiefs head out on a 2-game road stretch, facing Buffalo next week. In Kansas City, Stepheny Frederiksen, Cake Sports. I'm Stepheny Frederiksen with the Cowboy Football Roundup. Head coach Mike Gundy was honored with 2 National Coach of the Year awards last season, but behind every winning head coach is a championship caliber staff.
They care about the players. They're great teachers and not just coaches. Our players respond. They do a great job in recruiting. I feel like this is the best staff that we've had in my 8 years here.
All the guys, I feel like, have a way of relating to their players because they have, you know, children at home. So that's big for us. We have a lot of fun, and I think we relate to our players because we kind of, you know, treat them as their own kids.
When filling a position on the staff, Coach Gundy looks for 2 main qualities above all others.
Well, first is loyalty and work habits. And from that point on, we're just looking for a smart football coach. We brought coaches in here that didn't really fit the position in somebody's opinion, but I felt like they were a smart football coach, and a smart football coach can adjust to anything that we're doing.
With a diverse range of athletes coming from all over the United States, the diversity begins with the coaching staff.
Coach Gundy has done a great job of assembling a staff, guys that come from all over the country. It's a staff full of multiple personalities to help deal with all the 130-some guys that we're constantly in contact with.
When you go into our team and you see how close, how tight-knit this team is, and all the people who have interaction with our team is big, because I'm always looking at recruiting and how, you know, we bring kids into, what kind of environment we bring them into. Well, you know, there's not been many programs in the country that I've heard about that do it the way we do it.
Well, each player deserves a coach that believes in him, and our coaches believe in our players. And so when a young man comes into our program in the summer before his freshman year, he makes that adjustment and that development as he matures throughout his career. We see such a change in those guys, and that's based on their coaches.
The Gundy coaching tree continues to grow as well, with 3 former Gundy assistants now as head coaches at BCS schools. I'm Stepheny Frederiksen with the Cowboy Football Roundup, and we'll send it back to Dave and Coach Gundy after the break. Jonathan Sanchez for Melky Cabrera wasn't exactly a feather in the cap of Royals GM Dayton Moore, and now that the Royals cut ties with Sanchez, they bring in Jeremy Guthrie from Colorado, making his Royal debut today. Another struggling former star looking for resurgence through relocation, and he might want to relocate that pitch. Brian Domet has it touched up and out of the park in a hurry. Guthrie's given up 22 home runs this year. That's the 3rd most in the majors. More trouble in the 3rd. Domet again. Alex Gordon trying to save a run with the throw home, but it's offline. Domet had 4 RBIs. Guthrie gives up, and Jonathan Sanchez like 5 earned runs in 5 innings. Billy Butler and Uninsky Benacourt homered, but the Twins take the series. The Royals have now lost 11 out of 15 series played at home. The Wichita Wingnuts hosting the Fargo-Moorhead Redhawks for the final game of the series. Top of the 1st, Fargo has the bases loaded, and Eric Campbell hits one deep to left. Bounces over the wall for a ground rule double, and 2 will score. Now top of the 2nd, 2 on for the Redhawks. Buddy Sanowski grounds one past Gerardo Avila. That will score another for the Redhawks. Next batter, Nick Jackson out to shallow right. Extends the Redhawks lead to 4 runs. Next batter, Eric Campbell hits one off the fence and left that will score 2. Fargo wins 10-5.